Welcome to the House of Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host. I am the tribal chief of Raider Nation. Put those ones high to the sky. Do me a favor.
Acknowledge me.
Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday wherever you guys are at. Before we get into it, y'all know the routine. Those new in here, let me teach you real quick. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. We're supposed to do this yesterday. Everybody got busy. It's all good. We're here tonight. I got one guest backstage we're about to bring on. We're waiting for one other who should be on at some point in the next couple of minutes. He said he was running a little late. But without any further ado, let's bring one of my guys in. My oos. Ladies and gentlemen, Fitz is in the building. What is good, brother?
What's good, y'all?
Nation, give me a thumbs up just so I know you can hear Mr. Fitz. And we have our other guy, Mr. Joe, should be showing up at some point in time. We got a lot to talk about today. Let's do a quick roll call. I see Harold Green's in the building. Demotes is in the building. Dan Tessier, Paul Egerton, David Zahn, what's good? Sean Johnson, damn, been a long time. True Raider, Fabrizio, and I think we're good right now. Salute to everybody that's in here. Let's get this up real quick. How you doing, bro? Been a minute.
I'm good, man. Just chilling. I'm enjoying this little week off because we're about to hit the road for the next 4 months.
Want to be like you when I grow up.
Stupid.
Fucking grinding. I thought what I'm doing right now is crazy, but you're just as bad as me. You get no sleep half the time.
No sleep all over the country.
Well, let's talk about it. News broke on Sunday. A couple of us knew about this news for a couple of days in advance, but we were told not to put the information out on social media. But Clint Kubiak has agreed to terms, pending ink to paper come after the Super Bowl. How do you feel about this hire?
I'm excited. I'm super excited. You know, like Ben Johnson, when I really wanted him, I was talking about him prior, you know what I mean? And then with this whole situation, I really wanted him, but I didn't post nothing. I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to jinx it. And it finally fucking worked. Got somebody I wanted.
Gotcha, bitch.
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it, though.
Let me do it for you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Well, we finally did something right.
This is something that somebody had told me inside the building. I want to say it was like Thursday. They're like, look, the second interview is going to happen Saturday. He's going to get the offer Saturday. You're going to hear something public in a matter of days. Less than 24 hours, it came out like, yeah, he's agreeing. And there was a video yesterday. It was an interview, I believe, with the Seahawks GM, pretty much seconding that Kubiak is coming to Vegas. So, like, for me right now, thinking about this, it's like, look, win your Super Bowl, ride off into the sunset, and right to the Las Vegas Strip. I'm here for it.
Party it up over here.
Hell yeah. Like, I'm incredibly excited. Now it comes down to who is this coaching staff going to be. We talked, this is something that I've been thinking about more since yesterday. And I've seen a couple of lives, actually. One specifically, I don't know why this popped up, but like one of these shorts and a name that was brought up, I'm just like, look, I just talked about this shit off air yesterday. Get the fuck out of my head. And that's Jim Schwartz. Now, he is currently still under contract with the Cleveland Browns, but is very, very unhappy with the Cleveland Browns. My opinion, he has a history with Kubiak. And in my opinion, Schwartz is like the veteran head coach of the defense. Like I said, he's unhappy with Cleveland right now. He runs a wide 9 front. Max would feast in this defense. Like, what do you think about Jim Schwartz being the D coordinator alongside Clint Kubiak and the Las Vegas Raiders?
That'd be nice. I mean, I give my opinion every year, and shit just doesn't fall through. And this year, I'm kind of like being superstitious about it. I don't want to, it's hard to talk about because, like I said, we go through this shit every year. I mean, I would like to see that.
It's like you're being superstitious right now, but at the same time, it's like, look, Kubiak should be here next Monday, next Tuesday, with probably an introductory presser. I want to say next Wednesday. We got the number one overall pick in the draft. What is there to be superstitious about right now?
Bro, we've been in good situations before and shit just fell through. You know what I'm saying? I see people on the internet talking right now like, oh, what happens if we trade away their number one pick, go to Lamar Jackson, see all kinds of shit. So
We've
I don't
been
know, I'm
seeing,
being
but we've been
superstitious
seeing that
here.
before. Like we've been seeing that even before the announcement of Kubiak agreeing. Like I just feel like this is what people do. This is what the media does more than anything else. And I've said this a couple of
Some of the
times over the
nation
last
does
few
it
weeks.
too.
Say it again.
Some of the nation be doing it too.
Yeah, agreed. Because they also latch on to anything that the media says. They could tell you that the sky is red, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the sky is red." Like, dude, sit
Yep.
down and shut the fuck up. Have a mind of your own. Like, please. Like, it's so it's crazy because right now it's like we always know that we are public enemy number one, whether it be the league, the refs, the media. So like, okay, guess what? They're in for Klint Kubiak, but it was something that was kind of downplayed for a while coming from the media. But at the same time, the whole thing with Maxx Crosby, the media wants to twist shit around. Max wants out. Max wants to be traded. He's going to go here. Da 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 da. Now we have the number one overall pick and the number one ranked quarterback in this draft class. The media wants to downplay it. Oh, he's not this. He's not that. All right. They're going to trade that pick away. Like, it's always the media trying to do shit because they have nothing good to say about us. They don't want us to have shiny shit, which, who just said that? Salute to Dan. Dan just said it in the chat too. Like, they don't want to see us succeed. I hate that shit. And I always tell people, like, look, you go listen to those little clowns at ESPN, specifically Stephen A. Smith, who doesn't know football from his ass. Like, I don't get why all of a sudden they gave him a platform to attempt to talk football. He'll talk his shit and shit on the Cowboys over and over and over again. But dude, you don't know football. So to give him a platform to talk that shit is fucking nauseating as fuck. It really is. Um, let me see. I don't think I'm missing anybody in the chat. Raider Ryan is saluting his tribal chief and Mr. Fitz. That's right, y'all. I am your tribal chief. Get it right. Trying to find this shit.
Where's Joe at?
He's running late. He's on. I'm gonna be nice and not say what I want to say. He's on that people time. Trying to make sure that I have this. There we go. This shit is. Let me not say what I was gonna say. That would have been pause worthy. Hold on. Thought I had this already adjusted, but I guess not. Why is this so wide? Pause. I knew this shit was gonna. There we go. I think that's a lot better than it was. I'm about to send him a text and curse him out momentarily and be like, dude, what the hell is going on? Where the hell are you? Let's see. They mad because they see us about to get a franchise. And the shit goes right back to where it was. I don't get this. Do it this way. Actually, I'm taking this off the screen now. They mad because they see us about to get a franchise quarterback and turn this around and they don't want it. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. They don't even watch our games. They don't even know what they're talking about. Like this is spot on right here. And salute to Amin James. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. We're I think a little under 20 away from 10,800, which puts us at about 220. Yeah, 220 away from 11,000. So if you guys haven't already, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell. Dan, apparently he's not going to be wearing that hat. Apparently he's not going to be wearing that hat anymore, allegedly. But I don't trust him, so. Y'all think we sign an edge or go edge in the draft? I'm paying Hendrickson for sure, so we good when the draft comes, and we all need a nose. I don't see us going after Hendrickson. Like, yeah, we have right now as it stands, it's between 110 and 115 mil in available cap space, but I think that the cap went up. So I think that gives us a little bit more, but I'm more concerned about really rebuilding that offensive line first and foremost, and then figuring out pieces here and there. I have looked at edge rushers in the draft. A couple names I have put in different mock drafts and kind of call me crazy. I've gone 1A, 1B in the second round. I have gone edge or I will go corner. Those are hot commodities. Those are must haves for this team in this draft and moving forward, especially having those guys that we can have as day one starters on their rookie contracts. I definitely want to kind of not overpay. And Hendrickson is getting up there in age, and he is not great
What's he,
at
30? He's 30 now?
31,
20?
I think, but he's also not a guy that's a run stopper. That's his struggles. Yeah, he can get his no diddy. He can get his sacks, but he's really, really bad at run defense. I'm not gonna overpay a guy that can only do one and not both. So it is what it is. Let's call this son of a bitch. And you're like, why am I a son of a bitch? He said 5-10 minutes. I think we've already been on almost 12. Where's TJ at tonight?
I just seen he was in Frisco.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. I think he's going to the Super Bowl.
Doing his he just said 5 minutes. Doing his media row.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I want to be like y'all when I grow up.
I gotta take off this weekend to go. We start All-Star Weekend.
Where is it this year?
It's in LA at the Intuit Stadium, I believe.
Oh Lord. And
So
then
we're gonna
what about, are you doing WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm doing WrestleMania. This is my 4th year doing WrestleMania, but I'll be attending it during show days.
I want to go. I really want to go.
Yeah, work, the perks of work, you know what I mean?
Man, I'm so tempted to find a way to get out there. Or just
Hey,
go
believe
out,
it or
just
not,
go to Vegas for the weekend. You know, they probably have WrestleCon there. Sneak into WrestleCon like we did 2 years ago and have a good time. That was a very fun time in Philly.
yeah, it was.
And I
And
put
you
my
introduced. So what was it? You took me to the D'Alessandro's.
I put my brothers on to the best cheesesteak spot in Philly, hands down. These guys were in fucking heaven. Like anybody that ever goes to
We did-
Philly, you
we
could
went to
talk
Pat's
Pats, you could
first.
talk gyms. No, Del
Horrible,
Sandro's where it's at.
horrible.
Yep. Y'all definitely, if y'all are ever in Philly, yeah, Del Sandro's is where it's at. I got to get back out there too.
I went back there. So last year I was out there for Roots. It's a festival,
right.
and we were working there for 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks. And
And
we
that's the
went
festival
to D'Alessandro's.
that's the festival they do every summer out there, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And we
I
went to
definitely have,
D'Alessandro's.
I've always wanted to go because I've been a huge fan of the Roots specifically since like I was a teenager. So I gotta get
Yeah.
that. I gotta take that opportunity and get out there when I can. D'Alessandro is one of the best cheesesteaks. Yeah, facts.
Facts. Yep.
Real ones, no. John B. Raider said, need a couple of DNs and D tackles because I don't trust Snowden or anyone besides Crosby or Tyree. So, John B., you trust Tyree. You are one of very few, my friend, and I applaud you for that because everybody for the last few years has given me shit because I predicted, and people that have been watching me for the 4 years I've been doing this, you can't deny it. I predicted Tyree Wilson to the Raiders in that draft almost 3 years ago. So I'm waiting for, I think, especially with what we saw out of him in that last game against the Chiefs, he definitely stood out. He held his own. And I know people are like, it's been a long time coming. What do you think about this now that we're talking about Tyree a little bit? What do you think about Kubiak and the front office? Do you think they pick up his 5th-year option?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, he's been showing. I always say slow progress is better than no progress. You know, I mean, there's something there. You know, hopefully under a new regime, you know, he stands out even more. It could be the regime. You know what I mean?
I definitely think that played a huge part in it. Definitely. He said move
Yeah.
Tyree to the outside. You could do either or. And Raider Nation 510, Arvell Reese is already like, this is almost a foregone conclusion as well. He's going to be going to the New York Jets with that 2nd overall pick. It's what a lot of people already have him slated to go. There's actually something that I did want to talk to you guys about tonight because this came out yesterday. Yes, we were supposed to do this show yesterday, so it's like, oh well, I kind of missed this opportunity to talk about. No, not really. And breaking news: the Clippers are trading James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Clippers are trading James Harden to Cleveland for Darius Garland and a second round pick. This is per ESPN Shams Charania. This just broke like 2-3 minutes ago. Let me find this draft article that they were talking about yesterday. And Matt Nagy, the former offensive coordinator of the Chiefs, is joining John Harbaugh and the New York Football Giants as well. Trying to find this article really quickly. It was another mock. Actually, they have the do-over draft again. I want to see where they were going to go had we not taken Genti. So the redo has the Raiders pick being Armin Membo, the offensive tackle out of Missouri. And this is what Ryan McFadden had to say. Genti showed he has the potential to be a solid player in the league, but the Raiders' biggest issues in 2025 was the offensive line, and taking Membo would have been beneficial for the unit long term. The running back class was pretty strong in 2025, so going with Membo here and adding running back later is a win-win situation. Look, we got a guy that's a corner piece of this offense moving forward. This is the woulda, coulda, shoulda that ESPN does every single year. I think we're good with what we have in terms of Ashton Genti. What do you think?
Yep, I love Ashton Genti, so I still believe he's going to be one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what I mean? I said that on the last time I sat down with TJ, so I'm happy with him. You know what I mean? He's a stud, bro.
So this was the article I wanted to pull up, and this was oh my god. This was Matt Miller's 2-round mock draft. He just put this out yesterday morning, and it was something I was going to talk about yesterday, but we just talked about it. D tackle, edge. We already know who our first round pick presumably is going to be, and that's Fernando Mendoza. But let's cue it up and do it the right way. With the 36th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Akeem Mesidor, edge, Miami. Mesidor turns 25 in April, might limit how high he can rise, but his value at the top of the second round would be too sweet to pass up. Mesidor projects as a true 4-3 defensive end who could disrupt offenses opposite Maxx Crosby. So there you go. We're talking about it. This is the type of stuff that we get a chance to bring to light to you guys. And we do have our first super chat of the night. Salute to Q. Salute. Facts. I thought coming off that Cincinnati loss, McDaniels Adams was utopia. Ish went belly up. Q, you know what's funny? I just had this conversation and I see the mod mom is in the building. Salute to Raider Deb. I just had this conversation last night as it pertains to not Devontae, but Kay Adams. There was an interview she just did recently with Saints quarterback Tyler Shuck, who had the gall to try to talk shit about Raider Nation. You know what? I'm not going to blame Tyler Shuck for his comments. You know who I'm going to blame? And I probably shouldn't say this because I probably will get canceled. That stupid bitch, Kay Adams. You had Devontae on while Devontae was a Raider. Devontae was here. Devontae was happy. Then Devontae wasn't unhappy. Or was unhappy. Then Devontae wanted to be traded. Devontae got traded to a shitty-ass Jets team. Shit the bed over there as well. Left them. Went to LA. You continued to have him on your show after he left Vegas, and all he wanted to do was continuously bitch, cry, moan, and just do what he does best. Act like a whole baby bag bitch, talking his shit about the Raiders. So now you have somebody else that you want to do the same thing to come at the Raiders. Like, just please quit. We have another guest. We're going to bring this dude in. No Diddy if necessary. Let's get this other screen up. We got one. Let's get this other one up. We are good. Oh, look at that.
What's
Look at
up,
that.
Joe?
What up, Oos?
None, just chilling.
Joe Arrigo is in the building. Everybody's gonna start losing their mind now.
Now you can stop calling me, bro. Sometimes you gotta do daddy duty. You know, I daddy things I take care of.
You on CPT?
You know?
It's okay. We listen and we don't
Yeah,
judge.
that too. But no, it literally I had some family shit I had to take care of. So, man, sorry I'm late, everybody. Glad to be here. What's the
This
good
is
word?
the wildest shit that I have seen so far, and no disrespect to you, 5'10", but and I think people are gonna start throwing tomatoes at you momentarily. Uh-oh, where the hell is it? Hold on.
Don't
I
ask for
gotta.
it.
This has to be highlighted. Where the fuck is it? I'm getting mad now because now I don't see this comment. No!
He deleted it?
No, it's there, but I can't fucking, it won't show up on the screen for some strange ass reason. Anyways, Raider Nation 510 said trade down and draft Arvell Reese, Caden Proctor, Carnell Tate, Josiah Trotter, Drew Alar, and Chris Singleton. Thoughts? He just told us to trade
Knock on
down.
wood. Stop
He just told
jinxing us.
He just told us to trade down.
Telling you, bro. Don't jinx us.
I don't like that at all. Like, why?
That'd be some Raider shit, bro.
Okay, look, so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna preface what I'm saying. So I'm gonna bring a guest on the next couple of weeks who's a former college quarterback, college coach, played professionally as well as a quarterback. He's talked to me numerous times over the course of the last 2 weeks on some business that we're doing together. And he thinks that Mendoza is not the real deal. He thinks that there's at least 4 or 5 first round prospects coming out next year that make more sense. And there's probably 8 quarterbacks that's better than him. That he would take someone a little bit later or get a bridge guy this year and then go get a quarterback next year. Now, I don't agree with that take because I think with the number 1 pick, you've been looking for this type of quarterback that fits this type of scheme. It's a really easy. I wrote about it last night, or the last 2 nights on the Substack, like how he fits in, especially last night, how he fits into Kubiak's system and how it's a seamless fit. It's an easy fit, but there are people that aren't sold on him. I don't know if the Raiders are or not. From all intents and purposes, from everything that I've talked or people I've talked to and everything that I've gathered, is the pick right there. So I don't think that trade down thing is likely, but it also just leads me to, like, I don't know if it was talked about earlier. Like there's a thing that came out yesterday. Someone said that about Justin Jefferson, trade for Justin Jefferson. And
I seen that.
Now here's the thing: what are you going to trade? Because they're going to want at least 2 first-round picks. So you're not giving up a first-round pick this year. You're not a receiver away from being a contender. Like, it makes 0 sense for them to make a trade for Justin Jefferson, who's going to throw him the ball in Vegas. At least he's got something. The Vikings are going to go get a quarterback, to come in and compete with McCarthy. If it could be Geno Smith, it could be Mac Jones, it could be Kirk Cousins. They're going to get a quarterback to compete there. Why would he leave that team who's more ready to win to come to the Raiders, who is trying to do a quick rebuild or do a rebuild and be good for the long term? So like let's be logical with our thought process and not, this NFL rumors tweeted out this. Listen to that weak shit. That someone is throwing shit against the wall to get clicks.
The Las Vegas Raiders. Excuse me. Sorry. Just kind of, my Tourette's kicking in. I'm sorry.
I'm even drinking out of a Raiders glass, see?
There you go. Let me fix this.
So what you guys talk about before I got on?
I did mention one conversation. Oh, look at that dancing. The one thing I talked about was something that you and I talked about yesterday, because another content creator, I'm not saying his name, but of course a short pops up with this name that we talked about yesterday. I'm just like, get the fuck out of my head. Jim Shorts. You and I talked about it. We didn't get a chance, or you didn't get a chance to talk about this to the public. So what says you in terms of Jim Schwartz? And hold on one sec, because I did miss somebody with a gift. Let me find this shit. Like, I finally was able to get that fucking chat back, highlight back up. But where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? God damn it. Salute to Daniel Caps on Gift and 5 Raider Nation News Today memberships. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know why my chat is acting so screwy today. I think I'm just gonna take that video down and leave it the way it is. But I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, let's just leave it like this. I don't really care. We look like the Rascals with the smoke in the background. We look like we're in that room like them. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Jim Schwartz?
Vaping.
So what? Yeah, that's probably that's Fitz's vape pen. Just blowing all in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, if Schwartz is available, and Albert Breer, who I've known Albert a long time, and Albert says there's a little talk that it could happen. Okay, there might be interest if he can get out of his contract. If he's available, that's a great move. It's the best one you could possibly have, probably on the market. But until that happens, I'm not gonna buy any stock in it just because he's still under contract with the Browns. He has to get out of his contract like Wink Martindale did a couple years ago with the Giants. And there's no guarantee that's going to be quick or easy. Pause. So, it's one of those things where, I mean, if it's Schwartz, I think it'd be phenomenal. You got a guy that you really you can just turn the defense over. Say you run the defense, and we got the offense locked in. So.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Salute to JX Raider. Is Joe a Raider fan? Joe is not a Raider fan, and I'm just gonna let Joe.
He's a Green Bay, 4-pack fan.
I'm a Green Bay fan, but growing up in Southern California, my stepdad was a Raiders season ticket holder. So, and this is in the 80s and 90s. So I got ton of Raider games. Told this to MD on the one particular occasion. That if God came down and said, look, it's the Packers or your family and loved ones, I'll be rocking silver and black. So, I mean, take that. If I had to choose another team, it would be the Raiders. So take it as it is. Maybe that's why I have more logical takes. I'm not emotionally attached to anything.
He also knows a lot of people within the building, and he knows a lot of beat writers, including Paul Gutierrez, Vinny B, Vic Tafer. And those are just a few to name, but he knows a lot of people within those walls of Henderson as well. So he knows his shit. And again, he brings real opinions, and they're opinions of those that are not a diehard Raider fan, which is a fucking great thing to hear. And it's a breath of fresh air a lot of the times too, because you'll have these people that are just biased as fuck. And I got people that give me a hard time, like when I do games. Obviously, like I'm gonna root for my team when we do games, of course. But if I see certain things, if I see certain plays and highlights and stuff, yeah, I'm gonna have a reaction as well. And people feel some type of way about that at times. But like, it is what it is. Like, I know who my team is. I love my team to death, but I can also call things out the way I want, say what I want whenever the fuck I want. And in all reality, for a lot of these people that like to talk their shit,
and you can't do what I do.
That's it. Let me see. Somebody said that, Matt, where are you at? Because I just saw you in the chat, and you said that. I think you said that Kubiak needs let the head coach pick the DC. Well, that's the thing, Matt, and salute to you. He has a connection with Jim Schwartz already. That's why he's a name to consider in terms of our D coordinator. There's a whole bunch of other names that we're going to talk about, and I got a whole bunch of people in the chat that are you going out tonight?
Chopper teeth, with masked dog teeth. Hug these nuts. No, I'm not putting a hat on. All right. And probably I'm going out. It's all right, Chopper. Like keep it in your, relax with the hat. Hey, so Fitz, let me tell you, Oos. So I have this beanie, and it's a white beanie. It's Cruxy Cream, and I roll it up like how 40 has his. And you know what I'm saying? And I wear it, and they said I look like a condom on my head. So now it's one of those
Oh, I gotta see that shit.
I ain't putting it on tonight.
Put
I
it
ain't
on.
doing it.
Put it
No.
on. Salute to
Hey, I'm not doing it. So it is
salute
what
to
it
the
is.
mod mom. Funny how a bunch of you heads think you're getting Maxx every offseason. I have absolutely no hate for Green Bay. One of my friends is a fan. I'll root for them unless I know where you're going with that.
Here's the thing, and I wrote about it. Was it last night? I think it was last night or night before, one of the two. I think it was the night before when I was just the hiring of Kubiak and what to expect, a little bit about him and the background and whatnot. And I put like the two, like with key offense, why this is an enticing job with the money, the draft pick, the offensive pieces, and I put Maxx Crosby. And look, as someone that's again not attached to the situation, I'm not 100% certain that he will be a Raider by draft day. I just not 100% certain. I just think that there may be, there's a little smoke to probably in the room where I think some people are a little upset about the video after they said they're going to shut him down. I think there's some people that are like, are you really a team guy because you're looking awfully selfish and then you had to have a surgery and and it's been suggested by doctors that the brace that he had on after the surgery, there's a little more work that was done than what people are being let on to know about. So and you openly admit as the player that you knew you needed surgery weeks, or long before that, but yet you're still fighting for what? For a season that you're not even fighting for a playoff spot. So there are some people that they maybe feel that in the building that he's a little selfish and he's more of a me guy because they brought up the fact to me in conversations that, he's the one that said hire AP or you can trade me. He's the one that said, give me respect on my next contract or you can trade me. Well, that's back-to-back off seasons of basically threatening them to, try to have some control and saying trade me. So there are some people in that building that tend to believe that he's not what he says he actually is as far as the big team guy, because they quickly pointed out to me that he's been to the playoffs 1 year, his rookie year. He doesn't know what it takes to win. He's never been on a winning team except for his rookie year. And so there are some people in that building that kind of would probably be open to moving him because if they're looking at starting a complete rebuild, he's your one war piece that you can gather 3, 4, 5 draft picks. I mean, if Micah Parsons got traded for 2 1s and a player was, a former All-Pro, if you trade him, let's say to a team like Dallas where they have 4 first-round picks the next 2 years, if you get a first-rounder this year, a third this year, a 1 next year, and a 2 next year, why? If you're the Raiders, why wouldn't you take that if you're rebuilding your team?
Where is it?
Come on, Fitz. I seen the face. Come on, Ooze.
You don't want to see Maxx go either.
I don't want to see him go. Fuck that.
Look, Joe, and you've known me now for what, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Who's another Raider, a former Raider that I was heavily like, look, we're fans at the end of the day. And I've said this to people, and look, I've gone against my own cardinal rule. Like, don't fall in love with the players because at the end of the day, it's a business and players come and go. But who was one player that I absolutely loved?
I thought it was Josh Jacobs.
There you go. I didn't want to see him go. And when I met him at the Pro Bowl a couple of years ago, he didn't want to leave. We all know what happened. Everybody had the gall to talk their shit. Oh, he took the money and ran. Again, a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck happened.
No.
I knew from Fitz.
He called me
for a very, very, very long time. Everything that happened. And he's like, don't do it. Don't say anything yet. All right, cool. Look, I just gave out a source. Oh well. But y'all,
I don't do the clickbait nothing. You know what I mean? I just,
and y'all like continued. A lot of people in the nation continued to poke the bear. Fitz never brought it to light until he was with JJ again in person. So I was like,
well, but he said on a podcast, didn't he? Fitz, was it with you?
No, he was supposed to. He was supposed to sit down with us. We collabed with him on his actual Instagram page about sitting down with us, but shit moved too quick. And he, the last time he was in town for a little function, I hit him up, but he literally sent me a picture. He was at the airport taking off. He was only here for 12 hours. But there's going to be a time where we actually sit down with him, and he's going to say what he said, on a few podcasts since then. But I was literally the first phone call that next morning. So, being a
Like,
Raider
I
fan,
continued. I sat on that shit for months, and I got to the point where like y'all kept, like people in the nation kept saying it. I'm like, yo, fuck all the dumb shit. This is exactly what happened, and it was, oh, yeah,
Well,
like
so
again, you're God.
no, M Dynamics says real talk. JJ was about that cash. No, he wasn't. He gave the
no.
Raiders multiple opportunities to just match an offer or get close to it, and he wanted to stay. Like that. This is. I mean, I knew this stuff. That's why when Green Bay signed him, I was like, wait a minute, what? Like something must have happened. And I hit some people up, and they're like, yeah, it just wasn't going to work out. We weren't going to match the cash for a running back because right now in the NFL at that time, their running backs are a dime a dozen.
Well, he was even willing to take whatever they were going to give him, as long as they commit to getting the quarterback in the draft.
Yep.
But what was his name? Tom Telesco was like, no, it's going to be too expensive. So he had his talks with Woodson, AP. He didn't want to go. They forced
knew
him
the
out.
team. They knew the teams that had interest. They knew the contract that Green Bay had offered, and Telesco pretty much said respectfully, take the money because we're not doing any of this.
And the offer came in. The offer was just because I know free agency started that Monday. Green Bay knew Sunday night what they were going to offer him because they had something going on with Aaron Jones, and he wouldn't take a reduced salary, which he ended up getting the same salary from Minnesota. So if Aaron Jones keeps the salary and takes a salary drop from Green Bay at that time, Josh Jacobs probably still a Raider. Like that's the way this shit works. It's a domino effect. So like, I mean, look, God bless him. He got his money. I mean, he's in a situation now this year that he's going to have to redo his contract, or he may be available again. Like that's the reality of the NFL.
Salute to Q in the chat on the $5 holler. That clown Greeny on Get Up is beside himself that we have the first pick. Says Mendoza should pull a Eli. My whole foot up his ass. You know why he says that shit? Is because Greeny is a fucking Jets fan. Sure, let Fernando go to the New York Jets and let his career die before it even started. That's why Dante Moore was like, fuck this. I'm going back to Eugene. I don't want to die, and I don't want to have a shit legacy in the NFL playing for the New York Jets. So again, another one of these talking heads on ESPN. Just sit down, shut the fuck up. That's it. Let's see if I'm missing anybody here. I'm really trying so hard to keep up with those in the chat. We have 224 in here. Get the likes up, y'all. Let's get up to 100 likes. The last live we did, which I believe was Sunday with the news of Kubiak, we had over 300 likes, I think, before we even left the live. So I appreciate y'all that pulled on up. We do have a couple of other coaches for Kubiak's crew to talk about. We had a couple of names. I had a couple of names that I had put together yesterday, and when me and Joe were talking off air yesterday, he had a couple as well. I'm going to get into these other two before we get into the list that you had put together. But Aden Durde,
just run them off your list, bro. We can talk them off because I don't have them in front of me. So
okay.
just like run them off.
I got
your
you.
list. Yeah.
Aden Durde, the Seahawks defensive coordinator, the most likely candidate in all reality right now. Him and Kubiak, obviously, they're leading the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. He brings that Mike McDonald defense DNA, versatile, confusing for quarterbacks, and elite at scoring defense. Another name to look at. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Fitzy.
I'll take him. We see what he's doing over there in Seattle. You know what I mean? I don't want to jinx him, but yeah, I'll take him.
You got one more time, bro.
I'm being hella superstitious this year, bro. That's why every time I'm seeing these comments, I'm fucking knocking on wood and everything. It'd be some Raiders shit, you know what I mean?
Joe?
I think if Swartz isn't the guy, he'd be the guy that I would probably pivot to right away just because there's continuity with Kubiak. Kubiak knows what he, again, wants to do, what he would like to do with defense, and he's learned under McDonald now for, 2 years. So he'll have a chance to actually call his own defense, which is a step up from where he's at, in terms of like him calling defense, because McDonald calls it for the Seahawks. So I think bringing him in, you kind of know what kind of guys he likes, and I think personnel wise they're not that far off. You got to get you got to get some help up front, a couple big guys in the middle, get some corners. You know what I'm saying? But you're not that far off from being. And this is a deep linebacker draft too, so you're not that far off. So I think that'd be a great fit. Two young guys can grow together for a few years before hopefully one leaves for greener pastures as a head coach for the first time.
Another one that we have on the list right now is Jerry Gray, and this is a guy that I talked about with you yesterday, Joe, the Falcons' assistant head coach, a veteran with ties to the Kubiaks. That's his father and his and the brothers as well from their Minnesota days. He's a defensive back guru who could finally fix our secondary. What are your thoughts on Jerry Gray?
Fitzy, go ahead. I'll go last. Go ahead, Fitz.
Go ahead. I'm good.
Well, Jerry Gray's a veteran coach, the guy that he's had some successful defenses. I just don't think it's likely that he leaves Detroit, being that there's been such turnover the last year or two with MCDC losing both coordinators, him bringing in a new offensive coordinator. Like I just think it's one of those. I think it's just one of those things where it'd be tough for him to let him go because he probably has a lot of say in Detroit.
I wouldn't mind it. I do like Schwartz. I do like the thought of Schwartz here, and especially look, you're unhappy with Cleveland. Who the fuck would be happy in Cleveland? In all reality, I feel bad for Monken right now. Yes, you got a head coaching job, but it's Cleveland. And it looked like nobody wanted to take that job, similar to that of nobody wanting to take the Cardinals job. Look, for the money, I'll take one of those jobs and fucking run that shit further into the ground than it already was. I don't give a fuck. At least I know I'll get my bag and I'll be happy for the rest of my life. But he's in a bad situation right now, and it's been put out there that he is unhappy with Cleveland's organization as well. And again, what you're saying in terms of Gray. Yeah, does the Lions want to have another turnaround and lose another coach so quickly? It's tough. But again, at the end of the day, it's a business, right? So I don't know. We're looking. I keep hearing this because I'm in New York, Jersey, whatever. I keep hearing about the Jets and how pretty much they fired their entire fucking coaching staff, and it's Aaron Glenn is trying to find guys right now, and realistically, he's not. Woody Johnson is pulling that Jerry Jones power move where you just want guys on strings and you can dictate and tell them how to run shit. And this is why that team has been so unsuccessful for decades. I feel bad for the situation that Aaron Glenn is in right now. He could have definitely very well just stayed as a D coordinator in Detroit. I guarantee you this. If shit keeps going as bad as it is right now at MetLife for the Jets and Aaron Glenn's going to be fired midway through the season. Mark my words on that.
He chose his staff. He hired his staff. He hired his guys.
Mm-hmm.
He made his bed. He needs to lie in it. Period. He chose that job. He had other opportunities. He chose the Jets. That's your decision, homie. I don't care. That's like saying, for me, if I was a head coaching candidate and you guys are I'm bringing Hammer as my OC, Fitz is my DC. This is what's going to happen. And I have the opportunity, and let's say I could go to Chicago, Jacksonville, or New Orleans. I'm going to take, what is the best fit for me? Well, it's not going to be Chicago. Their ownership is trash. At least Khan is trying to put together something in Jacksonville. And New Orleans, again, salary cap hell. What's the best situation for me? He chose the Jets. That wasn't it. So fuck what he's talking about.
I feel like the real reason that he took that job was also because it was the team that he played for. In all reality,
he still chose it.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. That's pretty much in my opinion, that's probably why he took that job. In my opinion, is because he was a Jet and he wanted to try to fucking turn that franchise around, I guess, for himself.
Man, that's like saying, okay, this girl took my virginity and then she became a slut, but then years later we have kids together and I'm stuck dealing with her bullshit. It doesn't matter. You still chose and she went up in her. I don't want to hear that.
That's a good one.
Stupid.
I don't want to hear that. What are we talking about? Come on.
We have a couple we have a couple of other coaches that we're going to talk about in a moment, but I'm going to I'm not going to use this one last. I'm going to throw this wild card in here right now because I'm curious to see Fitz's reaction. I'm curious to see the nation's reaction to this. And you guys are going to lose your fucking minds when I say this name. Are y'all ready? I'm not even going to. Don't say shit, Joe. Nation, are you ready for the wild card? I'm waiting to see what y'all say in the chat. Are you ready for this wild card? This is going to be good. And Fitz's reaction.
I'm watching his face.
Somebody's going to have to screenshot Fitz's reaction. Y'all ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the wild card. Derek Carr.
Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm straight. I knew that was coming. I had a feeling it was going to be something.
This is a rumor this is a rumor that's setting the internet on fire right now. We know Derek Carr is retired, but there's major buzz about him joining Kubiak's staff as a quarterback's coach or an offensive assistant. Carr and Kubiak work together in New Orleans. They have a great relationship. Who better to mentor a rookie like Fernando Mendoza than the Raiders' all-time leading passer? It would be the ultimate homecoming. Don't you think, Nation?
Fuck no. I don't want to deal with none of his shit. We've been dealing with his shit for a long time. I'm good. Why can't we leave the past in the past? Why do we always got to revert back to the fucking past?
Zahn said he would take him. Hug T said, I swear to fuck. Did he? He really? Dan, respectfully, I don't watch his shit at all. So
disrespectfully, I don't. No one watches his shit.
Isn't he a Saints fan?
Exactly. That's what I done heard. What my neighbor, my neighbor across the street, Fitz. You've known before. You know Adrian. He kicks it with Thor and all them. We're at his house one day, and we're a little bit whatever. So we're throwing him back, and that fool's and we're watching YouTube, and he was watching Raider content. Also, now fool shit popped up. He goes, "Fuck this puto," and he turns it off real quick. That motherfucker's a fucking Saints fan, fucking dick rider, fuck. And I didn't know anything about the dude. All I just know was dude got into it. Well, I want to say with
the GOAT 209.
No, what's her name? With the Lucille. He got into it with Lucille.
Lucille, yeah.
Lucille. That's my homegirl. Like that's what I genuinely love Lucille. And I was like, wait a minute, like, hey, homie, like, why you? I kind of went at him a little bit, like, why you coming at a woman like this, dog? Like, nah, we don't play like that. So, yeah, fuck that fool. Look, Derek Carr, for a lot of reasons that will never be made public, that won't happen.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk.
I'll just leave it at that.
We're not gonna talk any more further about that situation. So moving on, we have a couple other coaches that we put together yesterday as we were talking off air. And again, talked about, well, actually, we didn't get to talk about him tonight. This was a name, and this was another one that kind of just pissed me off because I brought this name up on Sunday as we talked about Kubiak agreeing. And again, other people, hours later, a day later, are going to throw this name out. So, like, honestly, if you're going to regurgitate something or you're going to put a name out there, just do me a favor and give me the credit or say that you heard it from here first. But John Benton for the offensive line coach. Now, he really has been the secret sauce for the Kubiak Shanahan run game. He's been with Kubiak for the last 2 years. He was with him in New Orleans. He's with him right now in Seattle. Excuse me. We see what the numbers were in terms of the rankings for Seattle and that incredibly high-powered offense this year. The scheme focus in all reality, and I called in the JT the Brick yesterday. If those were listening or watching, he does a live on YouTube, and then he does a radio show out in Vegas. But you're looking at a heavy outside zone run game, which Genty would feast. I still like the idea of a two-headed monster running back system, having somebody complement Genty, whether it being a 70-30 workload, a 60-40 workload in favor of Genty. But you're going to see an outside zone run game, plenty of play action, the system that made Sam Darnold look like an MVP candidate this year. What do you think of John Benton being the offensive line coach for the Raiders?
I think it's likely.
Well, first we need a fucking offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. But I take him. Yeah.
Let me see.
If you want to know more, how about this, folks? If you want to know more about what the offense is going to look like from literally from every aspect, from philosophy to schemes to play call sheets to everything else, I wrote about it last night. It's a long ass read on my Substack, literally, but it diagrams the entire offense, what it does. It's a crazy read. It's on my Twitter account. Just click on it. I didn't tag anybody on it, but just go check it out. You'll appreciate the read. It'll probably take you about 30 minutes to read it because it was a long ass day for me writing yesterday.
We have a couple other coaches to bring up. Hold on one second.
What defensively, Fitz, I'll bring this up to you because I talked about it with Hammer again offline yesterday. But like Al Harris, as a D coordinator,
I can see that. I mean, whoever it is, I just want it to be the best fit. We've been watching the Raiders get destroyed every year for the last fucking 20 years. I'm just over it. I'm really hoping this year is different. I don't know how much longer I could take this shit. And I'm going to fuck around and catch a case on that field.
That's why he's so superstitious now, and it's driving me crazy already.
It'd be good to be able to talk shit during the fucking winning season.
Yo, Hug D's, I can't with you, bro. You are a fucking clown. Al
Harris is in Chicago right now. He was with who was he with before? He's with the Cowboys before that, and then he ended up. Going over to Chicago. He's our passing game coordinator. Sorry, pouring another beer.
Where's this list? So, all right, here we go. Jesus Christ. Andrew Janako, the quarterback's coach and passing game coordinator. Current Seahawks quarterback coach under Kubiak, former QB coach for the Saints. So again, ties, a very close working relationship. Scheme, highly adaptable, successfully managed Kirk Cousins' efficiency in Minnesota, Justin Fields' dual threat abilities in Chicago. The fit, he's, again, Kubiak's right-hand man, no Diddy if necessary. He'd likely be the primary developer for Fernando, bridging the gap between Kubiak's play calling and the rookie's execution. What do you think of Andrew Janako?
Fitzy?
Go ahead.
If he had any part of developing Justin Fields, hell no.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him.
But look at what he's doing with Darnold right now, too, though.
That's more Kubiak than it is him.
Agreed. But do you think it would make sense to have him on the staff of Kubiak?
If he's gonna, I mean, again, if it's for familiarity purposes, absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, again, for instance, you haven't brought him up yet, but it makes zero sense because why would he go somewhere where he couldn't call plays? It's like people saying Cliff Kingsbury needs to be the OC. Why would he go somewhere where he's not calling plays and it's not his offense? That's like, again, let's be logical about it. Like if he's not calling the plays and installing his offense, why would you bring him on? And then if you did bring him on, why would you hire Kubiak to run his offense if you're going to bring on Kingsbury to run his offense? It makes zero sense. So for him to come on and just be for Janako or whatever his name is to come in for familiarity purposes, okay, cool. Other than that, like, I mean, it's probably likely, but as long as his whole thing is solely to work with the quarterback without Kubiak, like I would have an issue with that.
I you know what's funny? Like you and I talked about Kingsbury off air, and Kingsbury isn't even a guy remotely on this list right now. After we had that conversation, like I honestly thought like there were talks the other day that he potentially could have been joining John Harbaugh in New York. Now we know
He
Matt
turned it
Nagy.
down.
Yeah, and we know
He
Matt
turned it
Nagy.
down.
Matt Nagy is now the offensive coordinator with the New York Football Giants. So
Yeah.
Kingsbury,
Kingsbury turned it down.
yeah, there has to be
Literally
another
turned it
reason
down.
behind that, and I don't even honestly like. I don't see him coming here, so there's not even a need to talk about him right now. So let's move on to our next one, and this is a run game coordinator, Justin Outen. And this is a name that you talked about. Current Seahawks run game specialist, former Broncos OC in 2022, and Titans run game coordinator in 23. Pure wide zone disciple from the Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan schools. Outen ensures the foundational Kubiak run game is installed correctly. He specializes in marrying the run and pass, making him vital for Raiders offense that needs to fix its 31st ranked rushing attack. Justin Outen, what do you guys think?
He could be smart.
I think it would definitely help more in the second year development of Ashton Genty, especially if they build the right offensive line in front of him.
Agreed. Again, this is a guy that's smart. He's been there, done it. He's actually coordinated, so he knows what it's like to call plays. He's been in a room where he commands, where he is in charge of a room. So again, those like to have. I think when it comes to the staff in general, if you're able to have guys that have been experienced, so where Kubiak doesn't have to worry about certain aspects of the game plan. Okay, we're doing this game plan. Okay, I got my passing game coordinator, my run game coordinator. Okay, I'm cool there. Defensively, I got hypothetically Schwartz, where I don't have to worry about the defense. No, I can worry about this right here and stay right here and game management and going through the first 15 of the game, whatever the case may be. 100% that makes sense because again, it's somebody that he's comfortable with. Again, Kubiak's family is so deep within the NFL from his dad. When his dad was with Denver as a coach and as a player, to where how his path has been through the NFL with his stops as a coach. He's got a nice Rolodex of people, and don't think that he already hasn't talked to these people. Like I probably aside from D coordinator, if it's not dirty, it if it is someone like Schwartz, he's got a Rolodex of people for his offense where he's like, these are the guys that's already coming with me and already have it already done. It's just that they can't announce or say anything until after the Super Bowl.
I feel like once the ink dries on the paper, like then like probably within coming days, I don't think it's gonna happen like right on the spot, but then you're gonna hear names that are joining this coaching staff, and we still have a few more to talk about as well. And salute to everybody in chat, 103 likes. If you haven't already, break them thumbs, hand me that sub, smash a bell. Who's the other ones? We have a couple more again. I'm sorry, guys. Brian Callahan, senior offensive assistant. His experience, former Titans head coach from 24 to 25, Bengals offensive coordinator from 2019 to 2023. Scheme is a West Coast hybrid focused on route spacing and quarterback protection. The fit, after the bad stint in Tennessee, Callahan provides veteran head coach perspective. He previously worked with Kubiak's father, Gary, in Denver, has a proven track record of elevating elite quarterbacks like Joe Burrow and Peyton Manning. Yes or no? Point blank period. You just heard the names that he has elevated. Yes or no?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
We need an O-line first, though.
We got one more month and we could start figuring out what pieces are going to be put in play and who we're signing as the new league gears around, I think, March 11th.
Pay for that
March
O-line,
12th.
bro. We got the money.
Tyler Linderbaum, Braden Smith, bring your asses to Vegas. No Diddy if necessary.
I'm curious, Fitz. I'm curious because I know you keep talking about O-line, bro. Like, what you gonna do? And I agree with you. Let me preface what I'm saying. I agree with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? What would you do to fix it?
Nah, I'm not fixing it. I'm buying the O-line. I'm taking who we.
You know what? You know what we're gonna do?
Look what Chicago did on the offseason, and look how Caleb Williams. Not all the credit's due to his O-line, but it's a big difference when you pay for a fucking O-line. We have the money. We're gonna go get Mendoza in the draft. Pay for a fucking O-line. Protect that motherfucking quarterback.
Yo, I know how we could protect the offensive line quick, fast, and in a hurry. Y'all ready for this?
put me on there with one of my toys. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's touching him.
Put Fitz at left guard. Put Fitz at left guard. Put Joe Morley at right guard.
Ugh.
The twin towers. JPJ.
Do you need to have a backup that can play because in case he gets hurt or concussed again?
Put Small Raider.
Why am I? I'm being for real. He had 3 concussions.
I hear you. I hear like I'm sorry. I'm not dismissing what you just said. I'm sorry.
No, I know
sorry.
you're not, but I know you're not.
He's like yelling at me like, "Yo, Daddy, no!"
Like, no, I'm not yelling. No, Hammer, check it out. Like, look, I like JPJ. I thought he should have started last year. Okay, if I'm gonna keep it a bean with everybody, he should have started last year. And if he wasn't going to start at center, they should have kicked him over to left guard where he played really well, not right guard. Thing is, he hasn't had a whole season where he hasn't finished hurt. Like he didn't start really his rookie year. You know, he got his time in, but then his second year he gets hurt. He misses time. In college, he missed a ton of time because of concussions and injury. At some point, you are who you are. You're a guy that gets injured on the football field. Fans can love you, whatever the case may be. Teammates can love you. That's great. But if you're a guy that's injury prone, it's injury prone. It is what it is. So if you're going to start him at center, you need to draft somebody relatively early or bring somebody in that's capable to start games because he's going to miss time.
Q says, I salute him on a $2 highlight. Genty and Black, perfect combo. JPJ is not a center. He's too amped up for center. He's better at guard with his we're joking in terms of our right and left guard. I have no problem with JPJ playing guard. And I've said this countless times. He's a hell of a lot more athletic and more versatile, and he makes for an excellent pulling guard. So I have no problem with him playing guard moving forward in his NFL career. It's not a knock against him in any way, shape, or form. I love the kid. I absolutely do. But moving forward, again, we have to see who the next O-line coach is going to be. If it's, in fact, John Benton, and John Benton is like, and this guy has 33 years of experience as a coach. If John Benton says, JPJ,
pencil his name in.
You're our guard.
How's that?
John Benton?
Pencil his name in.
All right, hold up. John Benton.
Pencil his name in. That's just call it what it is. Look, when I wrote the article the other night, there's a reason why he was the first coach's name that I mentioned. And I'm going to leave it at that.
There you go. Moving on with this list. And this is going to be the last one for the offensive side of the ball. Chandler Whitmer. He's a current Indiana quarterbacks coach, former Falcons pass game specialist in 2024, and Chargers assistant between 2021 and 2023. His scheme is a modern NFL air raid hybrid. He has tutored Justin Herbert and Michael Penix. Whitmer is a young innovator. He would help Kubiak add modern vertical college concepts to the traditional Shanahan system to maximize Mendoza's arm strength. Yeah, why the hell
he just
not?
got hired by Tampa Bay as their quarterback coach or OC.
When did this happen? Today?
Yeah, about an hour and a half ago.
Go figure. We talked about this shit off air yesterday, and look at how quickly the ball moves. That's some bullshit.
Well, he wasn't gonna wait for for a call to see if he, whatever. But yeah, so he just got hired. So I was waiting for that name. That's why I shook my head no.
So much for that plan. So much for that plan. All right. Defensively, Zach Orr. Current Ravens DC rising star who led a top 10 unit in Baltimore in 2024. Simulated pressures and a 3-4-4-3 multiple looks. Ravens scheme is famous for disguised blitzes that make the QB think the house is coming when only 4 rush. Similar to that of what we saw from Minnesota's defense. Yes or no?
I'll take it.
I'm with Zach. I like Zach Orr.
Yeah.
I do. I like him a lot. He's ascending. Hey, someone asked, are you watching porn?
I'm actually reading the comments. Fuck you guys. I have the decency to read your guys' comments.
Y'all are fucking out of control. And
I didn't see that comment. Where the fuck is that comment at? Oh, I see it right here. Just been watching porn. Fuck you. I'm reading comments.
There you go. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, but like we do have, like, if I highlight the chat, you can see the chat highlighted, and there you go. Is Oos watching porn? I'm done.
Yeah, I had to verify that 'cause my wife's right here, and she looked at me as soon as she heard you guys say that. I was like, oh, I'm reading the comments. Fuck off.
I can't. Yeah, and the mod mom is saying that this chat shit is hella right now. Like, you guys are. I actually had to ask what the fuck is going on in the chat because I'm so locked in.
Yeah, the chat's going crazy.
I'm over here with my Oos. I'm over here with my bro. Like, and y'all are really like off the rails right now. I'm trying to stay as fucking focused as possible. Like, I can't with y'all. Y'all are, what the fuck? What? How did this? I know who to blame. And I'm gonna leave it alone. I know who to blame though.
Yee!
Somebody's about to lose their fucking mod privileges, and they know who they are.
Somebody
These?
said nugget porn.
It's Hug These. I know who it is.
He is at it like he is the biggest.
What is Josh Brolin teeth? Looking like what's the dude from the Avengers with the gauntlet?
Thor, not Thor. Why am I blanking out? The purple guy, Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos with his Thanos ass teeth and shit.
Like, you didn't add flames. You fucking doused a whole fucking 5-gallon jug of gasoline onto this shit, bro. Like, you're supposed to be a mod. What the fuck? Like, what are you doing? See, y'all are gonna fucking throw me off again, and I'm all right. Moving on, and again, we're talking defensive side now. Al Harris, experienced current Bears pass game coordinator, former Cowboys D-back coach from 2020 to 2024. Aggressive press man, Harris is the architect behind the ball hawk seasons of Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. His fit, Harris teaches corners to be receivers on defense. For a Raiders secondary that has struggled with identity, Harris brings a no-fly zone culture and elite technical teaching. Yes or no to Al Harris?
Absolutely.
Do you think realistically with some of these names I'm putting out there, minus John Benton, because it seems like it's going to happen, some of the names that have been brought up so far, give me a percent of what you think, not even names specifically, but a percent of those names that were mentioned are going to be with the Raiders come next week?
I mean, right. I mean, that's hard to say because you're literally just you're talking about guys, and there's going to be other guys that's not being mentioned. That these are just popular names. So I mean, look, Al Harris, as a player was a press man corner, but like his guys play a lot of zone. Ironically, in the league, he's got ties to Charles Woodson. They still talk. They're still friends. Al's done a hell of a job. You look at the Bears secondary, the corners played really well. Their pass defense played really well this year. I look at how many turnovers they generated. You look at Dallas's turnovers the last few years when he was there with Mike McCarthy. There was talk about him being Pittsburgh's defensive coordinator. So, I mean, like, he's interviewed with, I know, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, and a few other places. I think Philly at one point. And that's the thing with Jim, even with Schwartz, Philly's a spot to watch with Schwartz as well if Vic Fangio decides to retire. So, I mean, Al Harris, if I want a first-time DC, Al Harris, him or Dirty maybe is the two guys I would look at in terms of first-time DCs.
We got another one on this list right now. And this is going to be the last one for defense. Joe Wood Jr., defensive coordinator / secondary, former Commanders defensive coordinator, 2024 to 2025, and Cowboys passing game coordinator. Scheme, fast, physical, and turnover heavy. He runs a 4-2-5 nickel heavy base that relies on speed at the linebacker level. We need linebackers. The fit, Wood Jr. has worked extensively with Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy. He offers a high floor veteran defensive structure that is easy for players to learn quickly, perfect for a rebuilding roster. I don't like it for the simple fact that I do not want to see the 4-2-5 run in Vegas ever again. Point blank, period. I just... Why? Because it hasn't worked and was always leaving the middle fucking open. I don't want to fucking see that shit again. I don't. That's it. That's how I feel about that shit. Like, I don't want to fucking relive like the bullshit, and I don't want to see something like that again. I don't want to see our offense, our defense look like shit again because of leaving certain holes, no diddy if necessary, open. Yo, this shit is actually spot on. Somebody said it in the chat. Yo, you want to see Hugs comp? Fuck you, Hug. He said Hug D's is flexing in the mirror. I'm done. Yo, seriously, yo, look at his profile picture right now, bro.
Oh shit.
Hug D's is auditioning for Magic Mike on the strip. What's the male strip show you guys have out there? Is that Chippendales? Yeah, that's what Hug is auditioning for.
You're asking the wrong person.
425.
It's freezing over here. Is my screen freezing?
I think it did for a second, but you're good.
I don't know nothing about the male shows out here. I don't function like that
at all.
I could take a shit looks like I dish. I could take shit like I dish it. That's great. You're an asshole. I'm looking at some of these mods and I'm questioning them as mods anymore. I'm joking.
They're fine.
I'm joking. Fine. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Fine.
Salute to the 238 in here. If you haven't already, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. Fitz, let them know where they can find you at, Mr. 272 million views on TikTok.
Mr. Fitz, MRFITZ 714, all platforms.
I'm so blessed to be with Fitz. Like I'm like honestly, bro. Like no, for real, no. Because like I mean, you are cool outside of all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally have hung out, we've chilled, like we've had real conversations,
it up on the phone for hours.
You know, yes, you know what I'm saying? On some homie shit. And to see what you're doing on TikTok, bro, like I'm just like, God damn, like you out here crushing it, bro. I don't post enough on TikTok. You know, I probably should.
I've been focusing on Instagram lately. I've been on Instagram. I'm almost at 40,000 followers on Instagram. Facebook, somebody leaked my fucking Facebook that was supposed to only be for family. Now I'm at like almost 30,000 followers on Facebook.
Shit.
So I gotta start a YouTube channel. I'll probably kill it on YouTube.
Just throw the shorts out. No Diddy if necessary. Yeah, you're gonna kill.
What to say? What the hell? Like,
no, like if you definitely.
I did. What was it like? 2 years ago, I was throwing a little stuff on YouTube, and then 2 years I did a couple videos. Didn't really do nothing, but I think this next season I'm gonna start putting a lot more shit on YouTube.
All right. I had to get you guys on because I know the relationship that you guys have had for the last couple of years as well. So I was like, yeah, we definitely need to do this. There was no way in hell I was going to miss the opportunity. And like Fitz was supposed to actually be on last Wednesday. I sent him a message. I think I sent him the link like when we did the birthday celebration. And I think it was the next day he hits me up. He's like, fuck. I was like,
yeah.
I got that reaction. It was fuck. And I was just like, bro, it's all good. We will set something else up very, very soon. And like Fitz and I, especially when I was going through my shit, and this was almost 2 years ago, like he was one of those guys that was checking in on me daily. And we've always had that tight bond from the times I first started coming out to Vegas. Like we met, I think it was the first time I was out there, my very, very first time out in Vegas. And we hit it off like right off the rip. And I became an honorary oos almost instantly. And anytime I'm out in Vegas, we make a point to always link up. And that'll never fucking change. That is my brother. That is my oos for life. Like most definitely.
You the light-skinned Sami Zayn.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me take a trip back to Greece and you guys can see how fucking dark I get. But I'm gonna wrap it up because I actually do need to start getting myself ready for work. I gotta be in another hour 45. I see those ones are being pointed up. So to the rest of the nation, do me a favor for your tribal chief one more time before we wrap this up.
Acknowledge me.
I appreciate y'all. I really do. Salute to Fitz. Salute to Joe for pulling on up. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. On your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house and hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. Stay committed to excellence. Of course, as always on my New York and there's that part too.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
Peace, love, and positivity. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. We outro.